Good morning, everybody. How is it going? I'm doing good, and I hope you guys are too. Back today, got some more Sly 3 going on. Which isn't that what you just love to see? Alright, and we are just about done in Holland. Ja, Holland, ja. We got Operation Turbo Dominant Eagle. Which, honestly, 10 out of 10 name. And a gold watch. Nobody heard anything. Whoop. Oh, nope. Don't know how he did not see me. That was actually just a miracle. Like how it lands you right in the mission.
The B-Champ's dogfight is beginning. With these guys going at it, no one will notice as you slip onto the gunships and plant a tracking device.
Sounds straightforward enough. Where'd you get these trackers? They look kind of funny.
Best I could do on short notice. They're sensitive to extreme changes in altitude. You'll have to pull this job off at high elevation or it's a bust.
Shouldn't be a problem.
One jump, one job. Okay, I maybe should have waited a second. Nah, we're alright. Ah! Okay. Alright, we're good.
The first tracker's in place. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a pressure vent near the front of the aircraft. It might be just the thing to give you a lift.
Numero dos.
Well done. 2 down.
No. Okay, we're gonna go a balloon-to-balloon transfer here. That was perfectly done.
Great. Just one more tracker and
I dropped that at the best possible moment. Do not ask me to do that again. I will not be able to. Alright. Not yet. Not yet. And now. And he sticks the landing.
Nice work, Flyboy. The gunship's GPS data is flowing in. Head back to the hangar and suit up. All right, Murray. The Black Baron's communication antenna is held up by 3 support beams. Pull them out of place, and the whole array will fall apart.
Don't worry. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's rowing. And breaking stuff.
Well, your two skills are coming together in one fantastic way, Murray. Nobody shoot me, please.
Keep it up. The falling planes are dangerous, but they're perfect cover for this operation.
I am just your friendly neighborhood rowboat hippo. Not robo hippo. That's different. I'm a rowboat hippo. The difference being I am all organic. Sans my rowboat.
The Murray has broken it. Let that be a lesson to all antennas. I will not be trifled with.
Alright, antenna and Donna. That's some fancy gliding slide.
Well, this is it. I am the tiger, pal. Look for the Black Baron. Take him out and this competition is all over. And go easy on the throttle. It's been sticking lately.
Quit worrying. I'll see you in the winner's circle.
Alright. Crash the Baron. Are you the Baron? No. Are you the Baron? Yes. I'm gonna do all the work here, and then somebody's gonna come in at the last second and crash the Baron. Hey, I need this ammo. Where, oh where did the Baron go? Ah! Stay away from me! That was just really good timing. Why is there like an Airbus flying through?
Sorry, Baron, but you'll have to fight fair this year.
What? Who is this? How did you find this frequency? What? No? That? This is? Hold! I command it!
Command this Baron boy.
This plane's come unfixed. High time for an upgrade, I say.
Oh no, you don't, you weasel.
Weasel? Am I?
I beat you.
You're
both
some kind of animal.
But we're both still airborne, aren't we? The victor has yet to be decided.
Then, let's settle it.
Beware, my boy. I've trained 10 years in fisticuffs. Pugilism is my passion.
If you fight as well as you fly, this shouldn't take long.
On guard!
Oh, got him. Okay, but those hits are getting me a little bit. It's a war of attrition. And I won't be attrished.
Earn your pay, claws!
Okay, all you're doing is setting things on fire, and that makes it very hard to hit you. All that did was put me in a better position, Baron. I'm sorry, is your plan to dislodge the wing of the plane that we're both fighting on? That seems like a bad plan.
Fight! Defend your leader!
Alright, well, solve this problem. Get caned, old man.
That's enough. You win, Cooper.
Wait, you?
How was she doing that with her
The Baron's
voice?
mechanic. No, you are the Black Baron.
I mean, that's the most impressive part of all
Someone
this.
was bound to find out sooner or later. Guess I'm kind of relieved.
But why?
Look, let's talk on the ground where it's safe.
Mayday! Mayday!
It was quite a revelation. Penelope and the Black Baron were one and the same. But before we could even process this turn of events, we were rushed to the winner's circle. Somehow, against all odds, we become this year's champions.
Does no one else seem to care that
There was
Penelope
a
is the
bit
Black
of an
Baron,
awkward
like in the
moment
media?
Between Bentley and Penelope. I guess the photos they'd sent each other over the internet were a bit exaggerated. That night, Penelope explained that the disguise was invented to get her past the Dogfighting League's strict age requirements. However, after winning, the Baron became a celebrity, and she found herself putting on the costume more and more often. But now, with the Black Baron out of the picture, she was free to take up a new path, and she joined the gang without hesitation.
No, I'd keep the costume, though.
The next day, our newest recruit treated us to a week-long aerial tour of Holland.
It's way too many people for a biplane.
She was fitting in just fine.
Holland? More like Hull done. Hull landed. A cold alliance.
After a careful analysis of Dr. M's fortress, Bentley came to the difficult conclusion that his demolition skills just weren't going to be enough. If we wanted to get inside the Cooper vault, we
Got
had
a
to
new
recruit a
title for
full-time
this.
demolition specialist. However, Bentley's proposed candidate was a shock. My old enemy, the Panda King.
I feel very happy with
As
this
a
new
member
title.
of the original Fiendish Five, he had a part in taking out my dad and stealing pages from the Thievius Raccoonus. Eventually, I caught up with him, and I claimed back what he had stolen. There was no way I was gonna let that monster on my team, but Bentley was firm. He discovered the Panda King had left his life of crime, and was now a monk living the life of quiet meditation high up in the mountains.
Exactly. Rising.
I wasn't
It's
at
Panda
all
time.
convinced, but there was no denying that he had the skills we needed if we were to succeed. So the gang packed up, put on our disguises, and headed east to China.
Gonna go so fast, call this mission Panda Express. Sorry, is he meditating without even touching the ground? Is he, like, hovering?
Stay sharp, team. For all we know, the Panda King's just as dangerous as ever.
How can you say that? Just look at him! Have you ever seen someone more at peace with the world?
I'll admit, he does look kinda zenned out.
Ah, Mr. King? Honorable Panda King? We
I don't think he
humbly
can.
wish to
I don't think he can
speak
hear you,
with
Bentley.
Guess he doesn't want to talk. Sorry, Bentley. Let's go.
Be realistic, Sly. He's clearly in a deep meditative trance. It'll take some doing, but I think I see a way to get the team up to his shrine.
Good.
The whole
Walk up
team?
here tired me out. I don't want to turn around now. Man, I miss the van. We never had to walk anywhere back then.
Okay.
Why don't you guys
Let's
get a
just
new
this over
van?
with.
Murray, you're up first. If you
You're
can
master
get to the top
thieves.
of that pillar, you should
We can
be
also
able
see
to
the
use
inside
your
of Penelope's
ball move
head.
to bounce all the
I
way
don't like
up
it.
to the Panda King.
Okay, bouncing is a lot easier than more walking. Seriously, you guys want to see my blisters?
No way. Is he serious?
Yeah, okay, master. Bouncing, pillars, piece of cake.
I hear that. Sometimes you've got to be firm.
No, seriously. Was he for real about the blisters? Cause, I don't know, it's... Yeesh.
Bouncy. This is what I'm supposed to do. Bounce on the pillars, right? This is my problem. I don't listen. Like how that guard had the equivalent of like 500 pounds dropped on his head, and he's just like, that was weird. Must have been the wind.
Okay, I'm in position.
Oh, same.
You're up
Same.
next. I'm not
I
sure
love
if
the
you're
whole
aware,
Sly
but
series.
Sly could jump on the
2 was
small
probably my
rope.
favorite,
Those bamboo shoots would be an
but this one was
ideal
definitely
way to
my
sit
second
if
favorite.
They weren't spaced so far apart.
Hold on. Let me see if I can figure it out for myself.
It's got to do with the ice.
Okay, so clearly we need more points in order for Sly to ascend. The problem? Where we're going to get them. The answer? Split each chute down the middle, thereby doubling the points of ascension. However, the ice down there appears too thin to walk
I
on,
played
so there's
2
no way to do it
much
by
more than I
hand.
played 3.
So, I'll need to use my lightweight remote control car to split the trees for us.
Admittedly, I probably played through 2 like 20 times just for fun.
Anything for Sly. I love to see him pull off those athletic moves.
Bentley's like, what?
I installed a turret on this little lady. Perfect for splitting logs.
Two was admittedly more my jam than 3 was, but I still played through 3 quite a few times.
Two more to go.
I liked 1, I still really like 1, but 1 was probably my least favorite of the 3.
There you go, Sly. Hope it's everything you could have wished for.
Thanks. It looks great.
My pleasure. Really. Anytime.
Sly, isn't it time you climbed up there and joined Murray?
Yeah, sure.
But I think my problem is I played 2 before I played 1. So by the time I played 1, it was like, you know, you're going backwards in the series. So I went from like, everything in 2 is so much more refined than in 1. It's still really good in 1, but it's just more of a refined game. So by the time I was playing 1, I was like... Sorry, sneeze. Oh yeah, by the time I went to play 1, I was like, oh, this is not as good as 2, for obvious reasons.
Really? Pinwheel destabilization is the cornerstone of this plan!
Jump into my hands and I'll throw you up there.
Toss me. Exactly, and that's why I told you to start with Dark Souls 1 instead of 3. Because most people are like, oh, start with 3. And 3 is good, but it's hard to go back. Once you played, you know, once you played the refined version, it's hard to go back to the basics.
I'm all done up here.
Excellent. Now that the pinwheels are unstable, I just need to light them up with my darts. One shot per rocket should do the trick.
Boom. Boom. Damn it. Oh, come on. Perfectly executed. Didn't miss once. You guys can't prove I did.
Those pinwheels are about to go. Guru, feel up for a challenge? Well, that's right. You should be able to persuade the guards to help you get up to those rockets.
Excuse me, Tiger. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior, a panda on your back? I made that joke yesterday, but it's still good. So how is this guard supposed to help me get up to those rockets? Whoop. Hold on. Alright, cartoon legs, don't fail me now. Whoop. Y'all didn't see shit. I'm just a pile of fireworks. Well, this is awkward. Alright, is it like, whoop, whoop? Sir, you're in the ground. There's a Resident Evil 0, so why wouldn't there be a Dark Souls 0? There very well could be a Dark Souls 0 one day. Oh, up here. Where I was trying to go, and then it... Okay, whatever. Gonna rename your game to Light Souls 0. But then you will have to eventually make a Light Souls 1.
Strong work. That fallen pinwheel should serve
To avoid
as an
copyright
excellent
infringement.
makeshift elevator.
Like, trust me, this is not anything close to what you made from Soft. Please don't sue me. I don't think this is how fireworks work, but whatever. I ain't gonna question it.
I agree. He's in a super meditative state.
So let's just shout in his ear.
Now, to break him out of this trance, we'll need to delve into his mind.
A hacksaw then?
No, it'll require channeling. Sly, sit beside the Panda King.
I like how Penelope's just off on the cliff by herself and Murray's just waiting 30 feet behind everyone. How is the guru's moonstone tied to his staff so it doesn't like wrap around the thing? If he could just spin it like that?
I see you carry the cane of the notorious Cooper Thief clan. Have you come here for revenge? To steal back the thievius raccoonus?
Whoa. This is just like the time I beat the stuffing out of you.
Why should you care if I bury a few worthless villagers in the snow? You are a thief, just like me.
Yeah, are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Insolent child.
This is a memory
You
slide,
shall
that's
pay
not how it
dearly
works.
for your disrespect. Still, to honor your Cooper ancestry, I will send you to your doom with the beauty of my new firework technique. Flame Fool.
Uh-oh.
You know, in retrospect, this part has not aged the best.
Booming chop! Bombs of thunder! Fiery wheel! Fiery wheel! Fiery wheel!
Stop doing the wheel!
Booming chop!
Snap out of
Luckily
it.
for me.
This is all in your head.
Hey, Gatra!
My
I
mind
played
is
this like
focused
a
on
month
your
ago.
destruction.
Break him out of this memory loop. Play nice.
Look, I'm here to help you, to get your mind out of this rut.
If you truly wish to aid me, stand still and let my fireballs cook your flesh.
That's rude. Played it like 10 times in the last week. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Out here learning the speed runs.
Fiery wheel. Bombs of thunder.
Ow.
Bombs of thunder. Fiery wheel. Booming chop. Fiery wheel.
Don't fiery wheel and bellow blast me. Say something from the past.
You're just a frustrated firework artist turned homicidal pyromaniac.
Am I? Am I? Let us find out.
How the speedrun routes going?
Bombs of thunder. Booming chop. Fiery wheel.
I know the person you had me raid out to yesterday was also doing some speedrun stuff.
Thunder, fiery wheel.
Still chilling out an hour 20. That's insane. Okay, make him
We
sad.
both know why you're here. You're fixated on the moment of your greatest defeat. I beat you, and forever after you've wondered how it all fell apart.
I hate you, Sly Cooper. You've ruined me. Ruined the Panda King.
And I've hated you, but
Hoping
that
to get
doesn't
to an
make any
hour
of this
10?
real.
Jesus. What's the record?
Years have passed, and we've both changed. Come out of this trance. Let's meet each other as we are today, and let go of who we were when this fight occurred.
You are...
32? Damn.
Forgive me. My mind is not always my own.
That's insane.
The Panda King wasn't any more excited about the notion of him joining the gang than I was.
Hey,
If it
Tatter.
weren't for the guru,
That-
who
we
for
were just
some
doing a
reason
memory
really
blast
got
from the
on with guy,
past.
The whole deal would have been a bust. We could see the anger in the Panda King's eyes as he recounted how he lost a member of his own family.
Still, you're getting to Ms. Ruby
His
at
daughter,
32?
who was abducted by a
That's
powerful
insane.
general from the northern mountains.
Is that General
She became the
So's?
bride in a forced marriage to this unscrupulous ruler, and Panda King was exiled. We agreed to help him recover his lost daughter in exchange for his skills in the Cooper Vault job. I still wasn't convinced this was a good idea, but a deal's a deal.
I like how he even shaved once he put on the clothes. Sly Cooper and the gang. In a cold alliance. Yeah, that's a good point. Rising. It would probably help.
She's being kept against her will by this man, General Sal. A real
General
deal, this
Sal's
guy.
chicken.
During surveillance, I actually witnessed him kick a puppy twice. He plans on forcing Jing King to marry him next Saturday.
Exactly. We came here to get the Panda
Here's
King to help us.
the plan. First, I'll approach Sao in disguise and attempt to get hired as his wedding.
This is the best boss fight.
The man on the inside will get some news on Jing King. Still, we need more information. Two of us will need to work
I
together
admittedly
to
don't remember
steal
much of Sly 3.
and break into Sal's house of business. Once
Main
inside,
problem is
I'll
Panda King
need
World
to
skit and
utilize
some
new
levels in this Ruby.
technology to
The
circumvent
chicken's
their
haunt.
own
Oh, where you have to kill 50 chickens for the ghost's gumbo?
Their sweeps, we've picked up an unusual radio signature out in the water. Someone will need to go eyeball the anomaly and figure out what it is. We can't leave anything up to chance here, or Jing King lives unhappily ever after.
Honestly, I hated that one. Doing that drove me insane in the membrane. Grapple cam. Buy Bentley grapple cam for 400. You got it, Chief. Alright, well everybody's got a mission. Let's get Sly out here first. China operation, day 1. Get out of here, pig. Got pigs and monkeys and tigers. Out of here. And zombies at a point? Yeah, I can see that. Honestly, I struggle a lot with Sly 1. Oh, the camera control in this one's phenomenal. But I stick by what I said, that Sly 1... If Sly 1 was a PS1 game, it would be the pinnacle of PS1 gaming. But because it's a PS2 game, it kind of leaves something to be desired. Nobody's got shiny pockets, and I hate it. Ah, here we go. Just casually carrying a sapphire around. That raccoon tail is hypnotizing. Catcher, that emote is what Penelope sees every time Sly walks away. Never played Wind Waker, Tatter, so I cannot comment on that. I plan on playing Wind Waker at some point. But I've never played it yet.
General Sal's center of business is protected with a special double padlock. If we can get inside and pass
Your
all
second favorite?
security,
I'm
we
looking forward
should
to
have
it.
access to the purchase records for the wedding.
So let's get to pickpocketing those keys.
I have played Twilight Princess, but it has been a long time since I played it.
Designed with a self-destruct feature, and the guards carrying them are in constant radio contact.
I get it. If we steal a key from the first guard, he'll report it in. Then the second guard will destroy his copy before we have time to pull it.
But I'm gonna play both of them
We need to
at
steal
some
the
point
keys almost
in the not too
simultaneously.
distant future.
Since you're better at this than me, I should probably go first.
All right, I'll take up position behind the target. Call me when you've made the pull, and I'll pounce.
Affirmative.
I'm in position for the pull.
Imagine not
The
seeing a
second
raccoon
you get your key,
paraglide
I'll
5
go
feet
for
over
this
your
one.
head.
Roger, I'm en route for key number 1.
Get out of here, Bentley! I don't think the guard with the key detected me. Zoom zoom! Perfectly executed. No, that was the wrong thing. Don't let him detect you. Rockets into the back of him at 90 miles an hour in a wheelchair. I hit that poor monkey so hard, he needs a wheelchair now. Okay, hold on. How do I... Fishing pole. Alright, let's put that on L1 and let's put that on R2. Which one's my favorite?
I've got the first key. Go for the second before the guards
Honestly,
call
I
in.
think it might be socked.
Excellent. The key's intact. Let's meet in front of the general statue for the handoff.
Snail is good, though. That is a good one. You live for the sock and the snail? They're both really good, admittedly. Honestly, I don't ever think about my own emotes much. I do love, you know how like Twitch is like, this was your most used emote on other channels for the last 30 days. It's usually socked. And every time I'm like, what do other streamers think when they're hanging out, they're playing whatever game they want to play, and then they just see socks
Nice
popping
work.
up in the chat.
With this second key in my grapple cam, I'm all set up for the inner office.
Sure you won't need my help on the inside?
I'm afraid this is a problem only technology can solve.
Right. Well, have fun with your, technology.
Don't wait up. This could go all night.
Find the locked door and open it. But yeah, I high-key love it whenever I'm like, socked is getting used incessantly in other channels. Perfect. Go in the water. You use the sock a lot. I'm not gonna lie, Tatter, it could be all you. You could be the driving force for other streamers having to deal with sock. Cozy said she uses herself a lot. To be fair, the cozy emote's really good. We're gonna have to switch out, though, because it's getting to be fall. So we're gonna have to switch back to the ones where she got pumpkins on her
You
head.
weren't kidding about the security in this place. Hope
You're
your
proud of
mom
that? You
can't
should be.
Lower a guard onto that pressure plate. Otherwise, you're never getting into that upper level.
Alright, so let's put this cam on L2. Come stand on this pressure plate. You have a good one too, Tatter. I'll catch you later, man.
Hey, buddy! Come over to this position.
Buddy.
Follow the sound of my voice. You ugly. Yo, mama.
That's not what I wanted to do. That's okay.
Eat dirt.
Now, don't you want to come, like, stand on this pressure plate?
I'm yelling at you.
That's me trying to get somebody's attention. I am yelling at you right now.
Nice. Now, sleep dart him so he'll stay on the plate.
Don't get caught
Now
sleeping
open
on the
door to
job.
Upper office. Lure that top guard onto the second pressure plate, and it's sure to turn off the door lasers.
How do you know all this, Sly?
Hey, pay attention to me!
Whoosh. Spider cam, does whatever a spider can. Kinda swings from a web. It's a rope, but that's okay. It's spider cam.
You're a bad person. I need it. Up your nose with a rubber hose. You with the low self-esteem.
Get me?
I'm right here. Sleep.
Whoopah!
Excellent. The way's all clear. Good thing you've got that afterburner.
Why are tigers
Nothing
answering to a
climb on or
chicken?
Jump off of. It'll be your only means to the computer in the upper office.
Like, how tough is this chicken? Suitcase is full of spice still. Oh, hold on. Imagine getting lured by a camera, sleep darted on a button, and your heirloom large gold bar that you for some reason decided to take to work stolen. The chicken was calling you names, you would also follow it?
scared, little
But you know, I get
kitten.
that.
This
Again, I had a dream where my girlfriend turned into a chicken.
The
So,
wedding
like-
data must be behind these firewalls.
And upon seeing her become a chicken, I did not, like, immediately just be like, alright, well, we had a good run. What if she was a worm? We've had a few me and Cozy have had multiple discussions of her turning into a worm. She makes me sound like a monster. But I did agree I would get her like a terrarium with some nice soil and some other worms. There would be plenty of detritus in there for her to enjoy. With her fellow worms, she would live a nice, happy worm life.
Aha, the database is wide open.
I'm too honest, Katra. I'm honest to a fault. And I have a lot of faults, to be honest, too. And, because he said one of them is lying. Which, rude. Yeah, I think Cozy has a false impression of how often I lie. Because, so, when she, like, first met me, before we were even dating, I was telling this story, and I've told this story a lot at, like, work, and that's where I was telling... Man, that boat showed up right in time to save him, and then he wasted it. So when we were very young, I couldn't have been older than, like, 8 or 9 at this time. So, you know, young. No, that's not true, because my brother is 6 years younger than I am, and he was at least in kindergarten. So I would have been 11 or 12, actually. Because you're 5 or 6 in kindergarten. So I would have had to have been 11 or 12. So the house we grew up in sat on a hill. And the driveway was a long driveway, and there was a big hill on the top of the driveway, and there was a valley between those two hills. One year it rained really bad, and that valley flooded, to the point where my parents would park on the hill on the other side of the driveway. They would walk around this little lake that formed, which was probably about a 15 or 20 minute walk for them. But what they did for me and my brother, my dad borrowed a little, like, rowboat from a friend of his and some waders. And I would put my backpack in the boat, my brother would get in the boat, and I would put on the waders. And I would pull him across this little lake. Well, one day, he was just splashing me, and I told him, if you splash me again, I'm going to drop this rope, I'm going to take my backpack, and I'm going to leave you out here until Mom and Dad get home. And he was like, haha, no you won't. And he splashed me again. And I am many things, but I am not a liar. So I dropped that rope, grabbed my backpack, and I walked myself inside. Now to be clear, this water was not more than like a foot deep. It was not deep water. But I understand why my parents were so upset, because he was like 5 or 6. So, you know, potentially something could have happened. But I stayed inside for like a half hour, and he sat in that boat just crying his eyes out as he drifted around this little lake. Here Cozy laughing in the other room. And I don't remember for sure, but I believe I got my ass beat when my mom got home. And then probably got my ass beat again when my dad got home.
Greetings, Honorable General Sao. I have heard
Uh,
of your impending marriage and have
And, you know, knowing my brother, he
respectfully
probably just
proposed to
splashed me
offer
again
my
the next
services
day.
as
But it
wedding
felt very
coordinator.
justified in the time.
Something. I need no help.
My apologies. I mean no disrespect.
Given my
But-
choice, I am of course completely capable of organizing the event. However, I might
Hey,
be
hippie.
interested in employing a photographer. A day of such momentous import should be captured for future generations to marvel at.
I have one of the world's best photographers on
Okay,
my
I don't
paper.
know why my webcam's not working now.
Well, if he truly is world class, then he might get the honor of chronicling the event. However, I'll need to see some samples before I give him the job.
Of course. I'll have him come by right away.
You'd better not be wasting my time, wedding planner.
Okay, well, my
I get
webcam has
very,
decided it doesn't want to
very
work.
uncharitable
Honestly, my
when people
Streamlabs
waste
is
my
just like
time.
going out randomly sometimes. Like, things are happening with it. So you'll have to take my word that I'm taking a drink of water. Cheers. You missed me beating the Baron,
Okay, Sly.
and I did
General
one mission
Sao
for the
wants
Panda
some
King.
samples of your work. I've placed
I did the
waypoints
grapple
in
cam
areas with
mission.
Good photographic potential. Approach the guards while in costume, and they'll probably pose for you. Good luck, pal.
But I would tell that story. I was telling that story at work. I feel like I'm in the wrong costume for this area, but that's what I thought. There we go. I didn't realize I had different costumes. General Kenobi. Wait, that was my impersonation of General Kenobi. Just saying his own name. But yes, I was telling that story around
What's the wedding password?
Sending password now.
at work a lot before, like when Cozy met me. So she has
Sun, moon, sun, sun.
a false impression of like, oh,
Listen up,
he's not a
kid.
liar.
General
So anytime
Sal
I do
wants
lie,
some
she's like,
pictures of his staff. So big smiles all around.
how dare
Or else.
you?
Great shot,
Beautiful
but you'll
picture.
need a few more before talking with General Sao.
Now he looks like a lawyer. I could see it. But if my lawyer showed up to court with a fake mustache, I would immediately request a new lawyer.
Hey, what's the midnight password?
As I expected. Here you go.
Night, day.
Didn't even
moon,
tell that story the
moon.
first time.
Yes, sir.
I just
My
told you
mistake.
I'm many
All
things,
right,
but I'm not a
you
liar.
guards, put on some smiles and get
I don't
in
lie a
nice
lot.
photos. General Sal wants some happy photos. Get it?
That's a good picture, Sly. One more should be enough to impress the General.
You'd wait till you saw the raccoon tail.
Hold. What's the temple password?
Transmitting password.
Day, sun, day, moon.
Oh, didn't recognize you.
That guy's not going to cut it. Head to the waypoints. I've marked where you can find some good-looking guards.
Did Bentley just say he marked where I could find good-looking guards? Is Bentley out here going through all the guards' Tinder profiles, trying to find the best-looking ones for this?
Password now.
Here's the password, Sly.
Sun, night, moon, night.
Sorry, just being careful.
Okay, you two, look happy. The general would like a nice.
Catra, everything I do is just trying to sound cool.
You
For
need
the
a nice
humans.
shot of the couple, and that obnoxious third guy is messing up the composition. Get rid of him.
The apartments nearby where you live feel very suspicious.
Really, Sly, that's
How so?
lovely photography. Show those shots to the general. I'm sure he'll be impressed.
This cutscene is so unrealistic because Sly just walked right by Carmelita without even acknowledging her. Sly does not possess the power, the mental fortitude
Hey, Sly,
to not flirt
get
with
a few
Carmelita the
pictures of
second he
general
sees
while
her.
you're in there. It's always a good idea to study your enemy.
I remember taking pictures like this.
Ah, the paparazzi. Will I ever know a moment of privacy? Make sure you get my good side. It must be quite amusing to observe the effects of power.
Your good side is the
Why
one with
is
the
it
black
that I'm
eye.
always the center of attention. Oh, nice shot. Here, check out this pose. Impressive, I know.
I'm sorry, 2 bed, 1 bath,
I talked
1050
to the
square
general
feet,
now while you've got him buttered up.
5 nights. I'm moving it where Hippie lives. Bev, let's pack our shit and get out of here.
As you have no doubt guessed, I'm the world-class photographer, hoping to play a humble role in your upcoming magnificent wedding.
Let me see a sample of your work. I have a keen eye, a great sense of artistic value. I can tell at a glance if you're world class.
But of course, Your Excellency.
You have a strong sense of, compositional regularity and, forced perspectivism. These are adequate. You may have the honor of photographing my wedding.
1,000 thank yous.
Yeah,
my
so
lord.
we're all
I'm sure
moving
your
to be
wedding
Hippie's
none of
neighbors,
us will
right?
Ever forget.
Bro, those apartments could literally be made of 100% lead and asbestos, and I'd still be like, you know, the rent's cheap. And the cool thing about asbestos is it will not catch on fire. Oh, excuse me, sir. And you know, I'm 30. I probably won't live long enough for mesothelioma to affect me at this point. Just through, like, natural stuff. So, like, you know, as long as I don't eat the lead, yeah, easy win. The money I'll save in rent can pay for the conditions I'd get from living there. Ad break when you were about to say more? Oh, you don't have to say more, Hippie. We've already decided we're all moving there.
I picked up was somewhere on the water's surface.
I'm not seeing anything.
Keep scanning.
Yeah, winning capitalism with my asbestos apartment.
I don't believe it.
What? You found the signal?
It's the team van. Last time I saw it, it was floating away on a block of ice in Canada. And now it's here.
Highly probable given ocean currents.
I gotta go get it. Don't worry, baby. Mama's coming.
Don't even think about swimming, Murray. That water's freezing. You wouldn't last a minute.
But my baby.
Hold your position.
Hippie, you might have a future in, like, real estate sales.
My RC chopper.
You just start dropping lines like this.
Bless you and your bag of remote control gizmos. Use that thrust thingy to pull the van over to me. Just follow the arrow to where I'm at.
I'm just gonna ignore all the guys throwing stuff at me until I can. Luckily, their aim sucks. Only for $5.50,
You got those missiles. I saw it on
a
TV.
3-bedroom. That's great. Me and Cozy could use a 3-bedroom. So I could have my own office. Hell, for that much, we'll each get our own 3-bedroom apartment. We'll just be neighbors.
Oh, my sweet van! How I've missed you! Don't worry, I'll break you out of your icy prison!
Careful, Murray. The locals seem to be on to you. It's no use, Murray. This area's too dangerous. We have to recover the van later.
But
My... Am I still live? Can you guys hear me? I don't think you can hear me. Yep, my stream went down.